Today I want to discuss some of our favorite resources that we use for teaching vocabulary. My daughter is in 6th grade and she is extremely good at context clues for her vocabulary, but I wanted to kind of take her deeper and really start looking at the root words and understanding how they all work together. So my very first resource is this Merriam-Webster's Elementary Dictionary. This is my favorite dictionary that we have been able to find for her age. And as you can see within the dictionary, there are root word boxes. And so this dictionary will provide these boxes to help solidify what root words are and what root words you are using and where they're from. So for example, you can see that these are Latin root words. And as you look through the book, you will be able to see that this is something that they have as a very common part of this dictionary. And so I really do like this Merriam-Webster's Elementary Dictionary. This Scholastic workbook is a fun workbook for root words. It does include various root words and you have your units based on specific root words, and then there's also a review game, and they have root picture cards, and then also the answer key is included in this workbook. They provide the list of all of the root words you will be learning, and then you go directly into the activities. Now these are not strenuous activities and they're not long activities. So as you can see, they are short activities to go through each day, and it is all related to your specific root words. They do have their word cards, which includes, is it a Latin root or is it a Greek root, and what does it mean? And then as you can see, it has the same types of activities, and then you'll have the review game and you move on to additional root words. At the end of the book, you'll have the vocabulary passwords, which you can include these root word picture cards, and then finally the answer key to each of the exercises. Now, root words level 1 from the Critical Thinking Company. This is for grades 5 through 12. This is a much more detailed look at root words, and it has more strenuous activities than, say, the vocabulary packets that we just looked at from Scholastic. So for each lesson, you're going to look at what your prefix, your root, and your suffix is, and then you'll have to write the word with the definition. You can see that you're going to be defining word parts and then writing sentences. They do mix up the activities somewhat. You'll still be doing some of the same activities, but then, for example, here's a jumbled letter one, but a lot of the activities are the same. As you work through the book, you can see that they do get a little bit more difficult with regards to the words that you are learning. There is periodic review, but again, throughout the book, you're going to be focusing on the prefix, the root word, and the suffix. And finally, at the end of the book, you will have your answers for all of the activities. They do have this broken down at the end of the book between the Latin prefixes and how they are used, the Latin roots, and then the Latin suffixes. And the last thing that we are using is something that I did get off of Teachers Pay Teachers. This is where we have our root word that we cut out and paste in the book. The L is here if it's Latin, then there's a G down here if it's Greek. It tells you what the meaning is of your root word, and then you have a little activity that you do. This one asks for 3 examples. Sometimes you use it in a sentence. Sometimes you have to say how you have seen it in your everyday life, or how is it useful to be able to understand this root word. So I really like this one. It is much more of a hands-on versus the worksheets. And my daughter is a kinesthetic learner. I hope that this has been helpful in giving you some ideas on how we teach vocabulary in our homeschool. Have a great day.